And we will now have the leadership keynote. And just taking a couple of seconds, as you can see, our boys here are doing a very fast work, and they are doing a very superb job, in fact, of getting things in order. We will now have the leadership keynote, and I would like to request Mr. Prashant Anthony Pereira, Business Head, Nxtra by Airtel, to kindly come on stage. A huge round of applause as I invite Mr. Prashant Anthony Pereira to present the leadership keynote. Sir, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Can I have the pointers? Yes. Thank you. Good afternoon. Yeah, I could hear you, but yes, this could be better. Thank you. I represent Nxtra. It's an Airtel company. The core objective of today's theme was around sustainability and disruption. And that's exactly what we do. Irrespective of the theme of this session, we are into sustainable data centers, and we have been doing disruption for many decades around. And every year, this has been more and more significant. What really is happening around? And Airtel is the forefront of almost every one of it, everything of it. 44% internet users and growing, Airtel. 25 GB of data consumed per month, Airtel. Rise of OTT platforms, mobile usages, again Airtel. And again, a huge set of cloud market that is growing, enablement. All of us are part of this growth. And then a very, very large and a significant portion of that data is mandated to reside into India. That's where we have seen a very, very large presence of data centers residing in India, and they becoming powerhouses of information to flow not only to Indian organizations, but at times outside also. That is exactly what is happening. And in all this, the AI part, the revolutionizing AI part, is at the forefront, making things easier, making things simpler. And we as an organization have done it ourselves and enabled you as your organization to use it. Now there is a paradox. Are data centers getting consolidated into 1 or 2 cities or 3 cities? Or are they going close to you? Are they coming close to you? The answer is both. The answer is both. For simple reasons that a cloud location or your core data center could be in 1 city or 1 location, 2 locations, a near DR site and a far DR site, at best 3 locations. So you're consolidating your applications. You're consolidating your infrastructure. And that's where the processes, the security, everything is a lot simpler to be implemented. That's one side of the engagement. And that's where the cloud, the IaaS, the PaaS, the security AI models are evidently seen, they are visible. But the exact paradox of this is data is now local. Data is now hyper-local. Edge cities, edge locations, your requirement to have content which has very, very low latency, including gaming, including applications that require the infrastructure to be close to you, each and every city. That's where again Airtel comes into picture. Again, connecting all these sort of setups, the 5G, the 4G, wireless broadband, wired broadband, the CDN type of services, making data available to you at lowest level of latency. So we have addressed this paradox on both the sides. The central repository of all IT infrastructure, the cloud data centers and the edge data centers. Both are required, both are growing. They are growing, and they are growing at a very fast rate, enabling you to run your services, your applications much more effectively. Today, we are at somewhere around 900 megawatt of IT usage. And in just 2 years, 3 years, even less than that, we are touching 1600 megawatt of IT power. That's a growth. That's the growth that we are poised to see. They're already growing, and the growth curve is all the more steeper now. And that's where sustainability comes into picture. That's where automation comes into picture. That's where your ability to do things in a much more efficient way, much more effective way, much more cost effective, operationally simplified, highest level of uptime, process oriented, meeting your compliances, making it easy for users to do their application on day-to-day basis are the very, very simple expectations that are now being addressed. And that is exactly what Airtel, that is exactly what Nxtra is doing. The underlying infrastructure for all kind of digital services, they are being powered by Nxtra, by Airtel. What does it mean to you? 14 data centers. Information consolidated, available. 120 plus edge data centers. And they're live, they're running, they're ready, they're doing the applications. 65 Indian cities, 200 plus of IT megawatt. And a lot of this is green. A lot of this is green power. And yes, we are a carrier neutral infrastructure. And we are not new in KOLKATA. We are not new in KOLKATA. We already have 2 data centers and the third one is coming up. We have been addressing this market really effectively and now a very big data center also is coming up. Investments, huge. 400 megawatt is the planned IT power. 7 new hyperscale locations coming up. We address the entire spectrum of the type of customers that are required. On one side, we all know, and the talking point was the hyperscalers, we address them. The other side are the content creators, whose content we watch on mobile phones, on television, on laptop screens, the content creators, the aggregation points, the distributions, and finally the internet service providers who bring the services to you. And while at Airtel, the internet, the services are brought to you by us. That is how we address the ecosystem. Now the testimony is what really matters when somebody says, yes, I am good, or somebody is genuinely good. 3 out of the 5 world's largest banks, they trust us. 6 out of the 10 largest CDN players trust us. 5 out of the 10 largest global telecom companies, imagine, they all trust us. Largest ITITS firms, their services run from our data centers. And among the entire 4 largest hyperscalers, they are with us. That's the proof of the quality of service. So on one side are the organizations, the banking side, for whom security, information security, extremely critical. You can't have a scenario where your bank account gets compromised by any means. For them, information security is extremely important. I have seen, as part of the data center side, every quarter, bank 1 audit, bank 2 audit, bank 3 audit, internal audit, external audit, RBI audit. Processes keeps on changing. Processes keeps on improving. They have to be addressed. We address them. They are the other side of the hyperscalers for whom uptime extremely important. 100% uptime is an absolute given. There are also a type of customers who value human life. For them, the finger of their employee should not get cut. Their data center may go down. I repeat, there are organizations which demand type of EHS from us, employee health and safety from us. They are okay if their data center may go down. That doesn't go down because the processes are very strong, but the finger of their employee should not get cut. There will be a bigger non-compliance if such thing happens, a finger getting cut vis-a-vis a large infrastructure going down. So that's the level of expectation these type of organizations have from us. And we are able to deliver it to them. We are simply able to deliver it to them. Quality of service improved, improved, improved. sustainability. All of them expecting a different type of service. They're the OTT type of players. For them, connection, interconnection, lowest latency. You're browsing on your phone. There should be no goal, ghumna nahi chahiye. Stream and fast stream. That's it. That's their expectations. So anything and everything that is required at the back end, at the infrastructure for us to deliver has to be ready for you to have that seamless experience while you're watching a cricket match or in the online event or watching your favorite episode. It doesn't matter. Your network, your infrastructure, your content should get delivered. That's their expectations. We address that part also. Now Kolkata, I said, yes, we are not new. This is our third data center. We have one in Alipur, one in Salt Lake, and the newest one coming up in Newtown. And that's the biggest one. And being on the eastern side is an advantage that we connect you with Chennai over a cable landing station that takes you to Singapore and the Trans-Pacific route. We connect you with Mumbai that goes by the Transatlantic route connecting to Europe. And again the 4 or 5 small SAARC countries, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar. We provide all these interconnects. So you as an organization needs all the infrastructure, needs all the services, they all run from us. So we have presence, we have traffic hubs, we can do data center DC, DR site, we can do edge data centers, and all the on-net type of services. Everything that is required as an organization from an infrastructure, from a network, data center point of view, we do it for you. Now what does it mean to you? Well, all of these dots are actually Nxtra data centers. All of them are there to give specific services. The hyperscale locations connect your large infrastructures. The edge locations are the ones that connect your latency specific infrastructure applications. What does Airtel as an organization bring for you? Of course, not just the seamless browsing experience on your 5G network given. We are an enterprise company. We are not just a mobility telecom company. We understand your requirements. We do infrastructures. We do the IP backbone services for you. Everything that is required for your organization, whether you are a bank, you are a manufacturing company, securely connect all your locations to your central location, to your DR site, failover, rollback, everything. Networks taken care of. The clouds are a given. They're absolute must. We connect with a very low latency in a secure way to all public clouds. Seamlessly connect. Because all those connects run from our locations. Absolutely well connected. A digital ecosystem. Your CDN, everything on digital. Well connected, well addressed by Nxtra, by Airtel. And then the interconnect points. For you to be global, for you to go trans-Pacific, for you to go transatlantic, we just connect you and connect you well. This is how we address the entire corporate ecosystem from a infrastructure point of view. Now, AI ready, especially in data centers. When somebody says AI ready, what does one start thinking? And there is one word that is now doing the buzz, especially in data centers and AI. AI in data centers has led to one word becoming very popular. Can somebody say what's that word now? I'm holding it. Liquid cooling. AI means liquid cooling. Actually, it's not. AI data center is much more than liquid cooling. Liquid cooling is just one part of it. When I create an AI ready data center for you, wherein I have to populate 150 kilowatts of power density per rack or a 72 cluster node of GPUs in one rack, what does it mean for me to deliver it to you? First, my entire data center as in a building should be resilient to take care of it. The movement of rack, the elevators, the building floor to floor height, everything should be new generation. 6 meters, taken care, tick. Second, the electrical power infrastructure. 130 kilowatt of power per rack means 4 power cables of 63 amperes, 3 phase to be powered on. Means that much size of PDUs, that much size of UPS, that much size of LT panels, that much size of diesel generators and the substation. Connecting to the 2 grids in the city. All part of it up to your rack. The power part. Third, I'm connecting 72 GPUs in a box. I have to connect to the outside world. Very, very, very dense network towards the rack itself. So 3 layers of fiber terminations over the rack taken care of. And finally the buzzword, liquid cooling. Whether it is DLC, whether it is immersion is not going anywhere. Water going up to the rack, from the rack going up to the chip, all taken care of. Sometimes you would have your presence with us, and that's an air-cooled data center, general air-cooled data center. We have capabilities that for your specific architecture, even inside your cage, we can deploy a liquid cooling system for you. Newest generation GPU-based deployment for you within your own cage in an air-cooled environment through liquid cooling systems. We can retrofit it for you. That is where we excel in. So scalable power, flow loading capacity, everything, yes, of course, lower PU is all taken care of. And when I say I do AI, how do I do it myself? What's the point if I tell the world AI, and I don't do it myself? As an organization, Airtel does believe in doing it for self. Try, test, make it work really well. When it is done, then launch it as a service. We have been using AI in our own data centers, and the primary outcomes are first, increase in asset life. How does it work? Preemptive maintenance, on-time scheduling of all the activities. Know which parameter is going up and down in a particular asset in any data center, in any of the category of components. Do its preventive maintenance, do its reactive maintenance, ensure best possible support for it, improve asset life. Reduction in non-IT power consumption. All of this, even controlling of walls, right power, right level of redundancy, means better PUE, means lower power utilization. Finally, increase in equipment performance. That is also linked to the preventive maintenance, that is also linked to the increasing life. Your devices run better when they are maintained well, when there are systems that tell you how to make it work better, preemptively make them work better. And then finally, improvement in productivity. That's a given outcome. That's why I want to deploy this AI. And what we have been doing is test it, try it, deploy it, run it, and then tell you this is how we will do it for you. Now sustainability, the very core theme of this entire forum, entire agenda, entire discussion. How would I select a data center, or how would I tell you that my data center, or you, if you are running your own applications in your own data center or in third-party data centers or our data centers, how are they sustainable? What does Nxtra do? First, buy equipments which run on high efficiency even at low utilization. All of us are in IT and know what is your average CPU utilization. Most time they are underutilized. Of course, before virtualization they were completely underutilized. Now utilization level has lot improved. So I buy equipment not because they are lowest in price, but because they do high efficiency even at low utilization levels. Second, I create processes, I create systems which are oriented towards being operationally more efficient, operationally more effective. Guidelines by Nxtra, by Green Grid, everything that is required, the right levels of redundancies. Just right levels of redundancies. And third, and the final most important part is green power. Among all data center companies in India, I can proudly and happily say that Airtel is the highest green power user in India. 400 megawatt plus of renewable energy deployed in our data centers. Not only in the cloud locations, but also in the edge locations. Not only are my cloud core locations green, running by green power, but the edge locations also run on green power. And we are part of the program which is to be RE100. We are the first data center company in India to join this thing. And it's not easy to do it. It requires leadership level focus. And that's visible in what we do, how we do. It's prominently mentioned in all our web content, very effectively posted. And on the left bottom are some of the recognitions that we have got. These are the proof of the puddings of what we do. Absolutely the proof of pudding in what we do in terms of being sustainable. And today, these are the services that have been asked by my customers. How much green power are you giving? Is my IT running on brown power, electricity power? But just till few years ago, there was a common adage. Your servers run on coal. Will you be happy to hear this? Will you be happy to hear this? That your servers run on coal? Fact of the matter is, yes, 70% of India's power is from thermal sources. Your servers run on coal. That's where Nxtra comes in, wherein we have a high penetration of up to 80% in some data centers. We would like to go above, but the electricity board regulation at times don't allow it to happen, because finally we have to use their power lines to connect the green power landing onto my data center. When you host with us, you are running on either wind or solar power. Then your servers are green servers to the actual core. That's sustainability, that's a proof of sustainability, and that's the actual deployment of sustainability. Then you can proudly say, Mr. Customer, Mr. CIO, Mr. CTO, I am green. Otherwise, your servers are running on coal. Kolkata, of course, it will have green power coming up. This is the newest data center for us in Kolkata, location New Town, 10 megawatts, 2700 racks, 2.4 lakh square feet. Very soon we are into having a proper opening ceremony around it. We'll again come to you, we'll have a proper session. We'll very soon invite you for a proper data center visit. And then more than happy to have your services running from our data center, green data center here in Kolkata, addressing all type of requirements. The type of service industry you are running in, the type of application you want to run, the type of workloads you want to deploy, whether it is on the edge side, whether on the core side, whether you want to run 5 kilowatt per rack, whether you want to run 50 kilowatt per rack, or whether you want to run 150 kilowatt per rack, that can be done from our own data center here in Kolkata. What does it mean? It means scalability, resiliency, well interconnected, sustainable, AI ready, and digitized. All part of my template that I've been doing in other parts of the country. I will not see it as a digital twin. We have to do nuts and bolts and civil work, but it is implemented here. Exactly for you, the way you want it. We build things for you, keeping you in mind. For whatever reason, the word AI has hijacked every discussion. That's not required. What do you need? We develop, we design, we implement our data centers keeping you in mind. You need business continuity? Answer is yes. We build a resilience architecture, completely resilient architecture. Your continuity is assured. You need data protection, comprehensive set of securities. Some of the OEMs that came in here actually are also services that we run in our data center. They are the services that run in our data center. We provide them globally, we provide them to all our customers. They run from our data centers also. Global connectivity. Your assets, your applications, your data centers are not on islands. You need to do business across the globe. We have cable landing stations, we have NLDs, everything that is required for you to connect your farthest point and for you to do your business. Flexibility to choose from. Cloud, hybrid cloud, private cloud, cloud provider A, cloud provider B, anybody, or your own co-location, which has connect you. All the choices that you need are available. Future ready, AI ready design, absolutely important. Highest uptime, well, uptime is given, highest uptime is assured. Finally, how does it work? Proper digitized operations. And in all this, the value of human being is all the more. Value of human being from their safety, all the more. The skills that are required for my operations people that were required 2 years ago are a lot different that they're required now. Lot different that they're required now. The complexity is a lot more. There was once a popular sentence, will AI take your job? The answer is, the person who uses AI may take your job. AI will not take your job. So how do I implement AI in my data centers? That's some of the proofs that I put in. My data centers, and there is a very strong program inside Airtel itself for continuous learning. My time is up. Finally, sustainability goals. We have a very strong ESG focus, some of the proof points that I have tried to put in here. With that, I thank you for the time. Thank you, ABP team, and thank you all of you. We have a booth here. I would request you to please visit our booth, and I'm very happy to have these conversations with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. For this very interesting leadership keynote, may I request Mr. Dhruva Mukherjee, Chief Executive Officer of the ABP Group, to kindly come forward and present a memento to Mr. Prashant Anthony Pereira. Thank you very much, sir, for that interesting keynote. I'm sure we have a lot to take home from what you've shared. And a round of applause. Yes, thank you for the ones who have been applauding. Thank you. And so we'd request you to take your seat in the hall.